The resolution here today is the United States ought to ban non-therapeutic human genetic engineering. My values are safety, and the value criterion is the non-therapeutic genetic engineering has been used for embryos and minor changes without knowing the long-term effect and off-target mutations. It does not seem possible that we could develop the ability to make changes in the human genome that will significantly affect the health, opportunities, and prospects of life for the future generations. It just isn't realistic to think that we can shop for ourselves, our family, in a genetic supermarket, or be able to design humans like we design our cars without safety. We risk creating a world where we don't just play God, we become victims of our own choices. Non-therapeutic human engineering threatens human safety. These genetic modifications aimed at enhancing traits like intelligence, appearance, or physical abilities are still in their early stages and have not been fully tested for long-term safety or unintended side effects. Research shows that genetic modifications can result in unforeseen mutations, which can cause serious health issues. For example, a study published in Nature Medicine found that when scientists edited human embryos, about 1/3 showed unintended genetic changes, highlighting the unpredictability of such procedure. The potential consequences for these mistakes are severe. They could lead to new diseases or irreversible genetic defects, endangering individuals and entire generations. If we continue without fully understanding the risk, we could create permanent harm that would affect future humanity. Therefore, prioritizing safety is essential to avoid disastrous long-term effects. This procedure could seriously harm equality in society. If genetic modifications are used to enhance traits like intelligence or physical abilities, they could only be available to the wealthy, creating a major divide between those two who can afford these procedures and those who can't. Essentially, this could lead to genetic class system where people with enhanced traits are treated as superior while others are left behind. A report from the National Academy of Sciences points out that this kind of genetic engineering could make social inequality worse, giving an unfair advantage to people with enhanced abilities. This could create a world where access to opportunities depends on genetic enhancement, further deepening the gap between the rich and the poor. In the end, it would make society even more divided, where only some people get to upgrade their future and others are stuck. That's why we need to be cautious about using genetic engineering for non-therapeutic reasons. It can make the world less fair. This procedure could also cause serious harm to future generations. If we start making changes to human DNA for things like better looks or intelligence, those changes will be passed down to kids and grandkids. The problem is, we don't fully understand how these genetic changes will affect people in the long run. A study from the National Institutes of Health shows that even small genetic edits can have unexpected side effects, which might cause new health problems or even genetic disorders. These problems could keep showing up for generations, affecting people who never asked for these changes. In the end, this could lead to big risk for the future, as we might unintentionally create harmful mutations that affect many people for years to come. That's why it's dangerous to allow non-therapeutic human engineering. It can hurt people, and we haven't even met yet.
All right.
Is that 4 minutes?
3:02.
No, I can keep going.
Okay.
Non-therapeutic human genetic engineering is risky for several reasons. First, it can create safety problems because we don't fully understand the long-term effects of altering human DNA, and these changes could lead to health issues or new diseases. Second, it could increase inequality by making enhancements only available to wealthy people, creating a class system where some individuals have unfair advantages over others. Finally, genetic changes could affect future generations in ways we can't predict, causing problems that could be passed down to impact people for years to come. For all these reasons, banning non-therapeutic genetic engineering is important to protect people's safety, fairness, and the well-being of future generations. The protection of people's well-being. Safety is most important because this procedure could cause harmful, unpredictable changes that could lead to health problems or even new diseases. Protecting human well-being supports my position because it emphasizes that we should avoid taking risks that can harm people now or in the future. By banning non-therapeutic genetic engineering, we make sure that we are not putting people's health or future generations in danger. In short, focusing on safety and well-being helps protect everyone from potential harms of genetic modification.
All right, that's it. Okay. 4:70.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Okay. So for my first question, if in the future we made developments to genetic engineering that made it more safe and precise, so you had like less like mutations as a side effect, would your position like change on this argument, or would you still support like a full permanent ban? And why, I guess?
I would support change because safety is still first. So if we were able to do this safely and not put nobody at risk, then it would be a good procedure.
Okay. And then I was more thinking like, while the argument is to make it like a full ban, would it be better if we just like implemented like strict regulations so like we wouldn't have like misuse like in higher classes to make them like so divided?
In certain studies that I looked at, it showed that most of those are usually weak, like the regulations are weak, which allows like black markets and other shady operations for this, which highly endangers the safety.
Okay. Okay. And then another question was in like the wealthy class, they already have like a ton of advantages in like education, like private schooling. They have like better health care. Their resources are better just because of the area they live in. If genetic engineering was really introduced, do you think it would like really boost it way more than it already is boosted? Or is it already an issue in society?
It's already an issue, but it would make it an even bigger issue.
Okay. Another one, if like you were to use this enhancement to like reduce likelihood of like certain diseases ever developing in certain people, would you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Like, is it still unethical?
Yeah. No, that is a thing. That's what therapeutic engineering, human genetic engineering is.
Not exactly like to cure something, but to like change the genomes in a human so like you never even would get a
So like,
disease.
for example, like cancer cells, like you could edit your genes to like combat that from even arising.
Yeah, like you would change the genes in like two parents so then their kids wouldn't have it, even though they don't have it. You could change the parents so that the kids wouldn't have it either.
I feel like that would just be like very time consuming. A lot of money.
Okay. You think it's like, it would be bad if genetic engineering was used to like improve human intelligence, strength, lifespan, like all of that? You think it would be like bad?
I wouldn't really say that, but we just cannot gamble with human lives just to see if this procedure will work or will be beneficial because we're putting so many lives at risk.
Okay. All right, that's it. That's all I have.